When The Big Bang Theory first graced our screens in 2007, it introduced us to a world where brilliant minds collided with awkward social moments, and where friendship became the thread that tied science, love, and laughter together. For over a decade, we followed the triumphs and mishaps of this unforgettable group. But what happened once the cameras stopped rolling? Today, we explore the fascinating, sometimes surprising, and often inspiring transformations of the actors who brought these beloved characters to life. From dramatic career pivots to deeply personal milestones, these stories will make you see the Big Bang stars like never before. Jim Parsons as Sheldon Cooper. Jim Parsons was 34 years old when he first donned the signature graphic T-shirts, layered over long sleeves, that would become synonymous with Sheldon Cooper. From the moment The Big Bang Theory premiered in September 2007, Jim's portrayal of the brilliant yet socially inept physicist struck a chord. Sheldon's combination of staggering IQ, inflexible routines, and hilarious inability to grasp sarcasm or empathy made him one of television's most unique creations. Jim's precise comedic timing and dedication to bringing nuance to Sheldon's quirks earned him not just fan adoration, but also critical acclaim. Across 12 seasons, he won 4 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series and received a Golden Globe Award in 2011, a testament to how deeply his performance resonated. By the time The Big Bang Theory wrapped in May 2019, Jim had appeared in 279 episodes, making Sheldon Cooper one of the most iconic sitcom characters of the 21st century. Yet rather than resting on his laurels, Jim sought fresh challenges. His brief but heartfelt return as Sheldon's voice in the 2023 finale of Young Sheldon brought emotional closure to fans, especially as the series reflected on the character's younger years. But Jim's passion had shifted to the stage. He wowed audiences on Broadway and Mother Play, performing alongside the legendary Jessica Lange, and took on the lead role of the stage manager in Our Town, breathing fresh humanity into Thornton Wilder's classic. His stage work has been widely praised for revealing new layers of vulnerability and depth, proving he's far more than the man behind Sheldon's quirks. Offstage, Jim embraced personal change as well. In 2023, he debuted a beard, something he'd never tried before, explaining that his hairdresser suggested it as a way to subtly alter his facial shape and experiment with his look. Growing the beard became a small but meaningful act of reinvention. Jim and his husband, art director Todd Spywak, whom he married in 2017 after over a decade together, continue to enjoy a quiet, grounded life, splitting their time between New York City and Los Angeles. Whether mentoring young actors, producing new content through their company That's Wonderful Productions, or supporting LGBTQ+ causes, Jim Parsons remains a force of creativity, compassion, and reinvention. Kaley Cuoco as Penny. Kaley Cuoco was just 21 when she landed the role of Penny, the bright, bubbly neighbor who would soon become the heart and soul of The Big Bang Theory. With her effortless charm and comic timing, Kaley transformed Penny from the stereotypical girl next door into a complex, evolving character who offered both comic relief and emotional depth. Penny's journey, from a Nebraska-raised aspiring actress struggling to make ends meet as a waitress at the Cheesecake Factory to a self-assured pharmaceutical sales rep and Leonard's loving wife, ran parallel to Kaley's own coming of age on screen. Over 12 seasons and 279 episodes, Kaley's portrayal earned her widespread popularity, several People's Choice Awards, and a permanent place in television history. When The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019, many wondered what Kaley's next act would be. She wasted no time in showing the world that she was just getting started. In The Flight Attendant, a series she also produced through her company, Yes, Norman Productions, Kaley stunned critics and audiences alike. Her layered performance as Cassie Bowden, a reckless flight attendant entangled in a murder mystery, earned her Emmy, Golden Globe, SAG, and Critics' Choice nominations. The success of the show confirmed Kaley's talent for complex, dramatic roles. She followed that triumph with Based on a True Story, a dark comedy thriller where she played a pregnant woman drawn into the world of true crime obsession, a role that once again showcased her versatility. Kaley's creative ventures didn't stop at the screen. A lifelong animal lover, she launched Oh Norman. In 2023, a pet lifestyle brand inspired by her late dog, Norman, who had been her constant companion for 14 years. The company's mission is to provide joyful, high-quality products that enhance pets' lives, reflecting Kaley's passion for animal welfare. On the personal front, Kaley's life took a beautiful new turn when she and actor Tom Pelphrey, best known for Ozark, welcomed their daughter Matilda in March 2023. Known for her humor and candor, Kaley described caring for Matilda as akin to looking after a drunken best friend, a glimpse into the joy and chaos of her new role as a mother. Balancing motherhood, business, and an ever-expanding acting career, Kaley Cuoco continues to prove that her star power is as enduring as ever. Johnny Galecki as Leonard Hofstadter. Johnny Galecki brought warmth, vulnerability, and humor to Leonard Hofstadter, the soft-spoken experimental physicist who captured the hearts of viewers throughout The Big Bang Theory's 12-year run. When Johnny was cast at 32, he was already well known for his role as David Healy on Roseanne, but playing Leonard allowed him to stretch his acting muscles in new and meaningful ways. Leonard's earnest pursuit of love, his endearing awkwardness, and his deep loyalty to his friends made him one of the most relatable and beloved characters on the show. Johnny's portrayal perfectly balanced the intellectual brilliance of a scientist with the insecurities and hopes of an everyman navigating life, friendship, and romance. Over the course of The Big Bang Theory, Johnny appeared in all 279 episodes, creating a character arc that resonated deeply with fans, particularly through Leonard's complex and often heartwarming relationship with Penny. The role earned him nominations for the Critics' Choice Television Award and the People's Choice Award, and cemented his status as a leading figure in modern sitcom history. When the series wrapped in 2019, Johnny made a conscious decision to step out of the limelight. Rather than jumping into new projects, he chose to focus on his personal life, a decision that speaks to his grounded nature. In 2023, Johnny quietly married Morgan, a partner whose identity he has kept largely private, reflecting his desire to shield his family life from the public eye. That same year, the couple welcomed their daughter, Una Evelena, joining Johnny's older son, Orbison, whom he shares with ex-girlfriend Elena Meyer. Johnny occasionally shares glimpses of his fatherhood journey on social media, from heartfelt posts about family outings to nostalgic reflections on giving his children the magical experiences he once dreamed of. A touching example came when he posted about a trip to Disneyland, writing about the joy of creating memories with his children that echoed the wishes of his own younger self. Today, Johnny Galecki finds fulfillment not in the bright lights of Hollywood, but in the quiet, profound moments of fatherhood and family life. Mayim Bialik as Amy Farrah Fowler. Mayim Bialik's portrayal of Amy Farrah Fowler was nothing short of transformative for The Big Bang Theory. When she joined the show at age 34 in 2010, Amy was introduced as a quirky, socially inexperienced neuroscientist who was as intellectually formidable as she was emotionally guarded. Over time, Amy evolved into a character of remarkable depth and complexity, bringing tenderness, wit, and resilience to her relationship with Sheldon Cooper. Mayim's performance earned her 4 Primetime Emmy nominations for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series, and she quickly became a fan favorite. What made her portrayal even more special was that Mayim herself holds a PhD in neuroscience from UCLA, blurring the line between fiction and reality and lending authenticity to Amy's scientific world. Following the end of The Big Bang Theory in 2019, Mayim embraced new creative and intellectual pursuits. She stepped into the spotlight as both star and executive producer of Call Me Kat, a sitcom that allowed her to explore a different kind of comedic role. Simultaneously, Mayim became one of the most talked-about co-hosts of Jeopardy, a position she shared with Ken Jennings. Although she stepped down from the role in 2023, her time on the iconic quiz show underscored her intelligence, poise, and ability to connect with audiences beyond scripted television. Beyond acting, Mayim has dedicated herself to advocacy, particularly around mental health. She co-founded and co-hosts Bialik's Breakdown, a podcast that delves into emotional well-being, trauma, and mental resilience. Her partner in this endeavor, writer and musician Jonathan Cohen, shares her passion for these subjects. The two first met over a decade ago at a toddler's birthday party, and their shared commitment to meaningful dialogue about mental health laid the foundation for both their creative partnership and their personal relationship. As a mother to two sons from her previous marriage, Mayim balances the demands of public life with a grounded focus on family. Her journey post-Big Bang is a testament to her ability to weave together science, art, advocacy, and motherhood into a rich and impactful life. Simon Hellberg as Howard Wolowitz. Simon Hellberg's portrayal of Howard Wolowitz remains one of the most endearing and memorable aspects of The Big Bang Theory. At just 26 years old when the series began in 2007, Simon stepped into the role of the eccentric aerospace engineer with a penchant for loud clothing, inappropriate jokes, and an unshakable, if misguided, confidence with women. What made Simon's performance truly special was his ability to transform Howard from a one-dimensional comic relief into a layered, deeply human character. Across the show's 12 seasons, viewers watched Howard grow from a self-proclaimed ladies' man living with his overbearing mother into a devoted husband to Bernadette and a loving father. His arc offered some of the series' most touching moments, especially as he confronted his insecurities and learned to embrace vulnerability. Yet despite the laughter he brought to millions, Simon faced private struggles during the show's early years. In interviews, he has spoken candidly about battling anxiety and the intense pressure he felt at the height of the show's success. He recalled moments where he would retreat to his dressing room, overwhelmed by fear of failure, sometimes curling into a fetal position as he tried to manage the stress. These challenges, Simon has said, were part of what led him to seek therapy and build healthier coping mechanisms. Over time, with support from loved ones and professionals, he found balance and regained his joy in performing. After The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019, Simon shifted his focus toward film, where he explored more dramatic territory. His performance in As They Made Us, a family drama written and directed by his co-star Mayim Bialik, earned praise for its emotional depth. He also appeared in Space Oddity, further proving his range as an actor. More recently, Simon has chosen to step back from the public eye to prioritize family life with his wife, actress and director Jocelyn Town, and their two children. The couple, who married in 2007, have worked together on several creative projects over the years, but today, Simon appears content to focus on fatherhood and personal well-being. His journey, marked by resilience and quiet strength, is a reminder that true success lies not only in accolades, but also in finding peace within oneself. Melissa Rauch as Bernadette Rostenkowski. Melissa Rauch made an unforgettable entrance into the Big Bang Theory universe in 2009 as Bernadette Rostenkowski, the petite but mighty microbiologist whose sweet voice belied her sharp wit and fiery spirit. At 29, Melissa took on a role that could have easily been reduced to a simple love interest or sidekick, but she infused Bernadette with complexity, humor, and heart. Her character's evolution from Penny's co-worker at the Cheesecake Factory to a fierce professional scientist and devoted wife to Howard Wolowitz added a dynamic energy to the ensemble, particularly as viewers watch Bernadette balance career ambition with the challenges of marriage and motherhood. Melissa's ability to deliver biting one-liners while also portraying Bernadette's genuine love for her family helped make the character a fan favorite. After The Big Bang Theory wrapped in 2019, Melissa didn't slow down. She channeled her talent and creative drive into producing and starring in the 2023 revival of Night Court, a reimagining of the beloved 1980s sitcom. Melissa not only took on the lead role of Judge Abby Stone, the daughter of the original show's central character, but also stepped into the role of executive producer. Her work behind the scenes demonstrated her growing influence in the television industry as she helped shape a series that balanced nostalgic charm with fresh humor. Night Court also served as a reunion of sorts, with guest appearances from Big Bang alumni like Mayim Bialik and Kunal Nayyar, further highlighting the enduring friendships formed during her sitcom years. Outside of her professional life, Melissa shares a strong creative and personal partnership with her husband, screenwriter and producer, Winston Beigel. The two have collaborated on numerous projects, including co-writing and producing content through their company, After January Productions. Together, they are parents to 2 children, and Melissa often speaks of the joy and challenges of balancing her busy career with motherhood. Whether she's commanding a set, delivering a punchline, or reading bedtime stories at home, Melissa Rauch continues to prove that talent, resilience, and heart can indeed go hand in hand. Kunal Nayyar as Raj Kuthrapali. Kunal Nayyar stepped into the role of Rajesh Kuthrapali at just 26 years old, breathing life into a character who began as comic relief, but grew into one of the Big Bang Theory's most emotionally rich and relatable figures. Raj, the brilliant astrophysicist with a debilitating fear of speaking to women, became a symbol of vulnerability wrapped in humor. Over the show's 12 seasons, Kunal masterfully guided Raj through his slow but steady journey of self-discovery, transforming him from the selectively mute sidekick into a hopeful, kind-hearted man in search of genuine connection. Raj's struggles with loneliness, love, and identity were portrayed with such authenticity that he became, for many viewers, one of the show's most beloved characters. After The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019, Kunal set out to prove that his talents extended far beyond the sitcom world. He quickly took on darker, more complex roles that showcased his range as an actor. In the Apple TV Plus thriller series Suspicion, Kunal played a man falsely accused of kidnapping, delivering a performance filled with tension and nuance. He continued this dramatic trajectory with Spaceman, a science fiction film where he portrayed a troubled character grappling with isolation and existential dread. These projects earned him critical praise and allowed audiences to see him in a new light. Looking ahead, Kunal is set to bring his cultural heritage and creative flair to Christmas Karma, a vibrant, Bollywood-inspired retelling of A Christmas Carol. Taking on the role of Scrooge, he'll share the screen with stars like Ava Longoria, Boy George, and Billy Porter, blending holiday tradition with musical spectacle in a way that promises to be both fresh and heartfelt. Despite his expanding career, Kunal has kept his personal life intentionally private. Since 2011, he has been married to Neha Kapoor, former Miss India and a successful designer and entrepreneur. The couple quietly celebrates their enduring partnership, often choosing to keep the details of their relationship out of the spotlight. For Kunal Nayyar, life beyond Raj Kuthrapali has been about growth, reinvention, and a steadfast commitment to authenticity, both on and off the screen. Kevin Sussman as Stuart Bloom. Kevin Sussman joined The Big Bang Theory at 38, stepping into the role of Stuart Bloom, the soft-spoken and perpetually unlucky owner of the local comic book store. At first glance, Stuart seemed destined to be a minor character, a simple backdrop to the main gang's adventures. But thanks to Kevin's subtle, heartfelt performance, Stuart grew into one of the show's most endearing and complex supporting figures. Behind Stuart's shy demeanor and awkward social interactions was a man filled with quiet longing, resilience, and surprising depth. Whether coping with romantic misadventures, battling loneliness, or offering a dryly funny observation, Stuart's presence added an extra layer of humanity to the ensemble. Fans came to see him not just as the guy behind the counter, but as a character who deserved his own slice of happiness. Following The Big Bang Theory's conclusion in 2019, Kevin continued to carve out a space for himself in the entertainment world. He has remained active in comedy, both on screen and behind the scenes. One of his notable recent roles was in Lessons in Chemistry, a period drama series starring Brie Larson, where he showcased yet another side of his versatile acting skills. His ability to blend humor with genuine emotion has kept him in demand in an industry that often overlooks quieter performers. Excitingly for fans of The Big Bang Theory, Kevin is set to reprise his role as Stuart in an upcoming spin-off currently in development by Big Bang creator Chuck Lorre. The series will also feature Brian Posen as Bert and Lauren Lapkus as Denise, promising to explore new comedic territory while revisiting the quirky Caltech universe that fans adore. Off-screen, Kevin celebrated a major personal milestone in 2023 when he married his longtime partner, Addie Hall. The couple's low-key wedding reflected Kevin's characteristic modesty, with the actor announcing the news in his typically understated fashion on social media. Today, Kevin Sussman stands as a testament to the power of subtlety in comedy and the joy of finding success both professionally and personally. Laurie Metcalf as Mary Cooper. When Laurie Metcalf first appeared as Mary Cooper, Sheldon's devout and no-nonsense mother, she was 52 years old, bringing with her decades of acting experience that elevated every scene she touched. With her distinctive blend of faith-driven pragmatism, Southern charm, and maternal wisdom, Laurie turned Mary into far more than just comic relief or a background figure. She embodied a mother's unconditional love for her brilliant but bewildering son, adding much-needed heart to Sheldon's otherwise rigid and logic-bound world. Mary's visits to Pasadena provided some of the show's warmest and most humorous moments, as she disarmed Sheldon's friends, and Sheldon himself, with simple truths and homespun advice. Laurie's pitch-perfect performance earned her 3 Primetime Emmy nominations for Outstanding Guest Actress in a comedy series during her tenure on The Big Bang Theory. Laurie, of course, came to Big Bang with an already sterling reputation, having won 3 Primetime Emmy Awards for her work on Roseanne and an Academy Award nomination for Lady Bird. But far from slowing down, she has continued to expand her artistic horizons long after Big Bang wrapped. Now 69, Laurie remains one of the most respected performers in both television and theater. Her work on Broadway has included acclaimed runs in productions like Three Tall Women, for which she won a Tony Award in 2018, and Hillary and Clinton, where she brought sharp wit and emotional complexity to her roles. On screen, she has taken on challenging, dramatic parts that display her extraordinary range and deep understanding of character, including appearances in The Dropout and Hacks. Christine Baranski as Beverly Hofstadter. Christine Baranski stepped into the role of Dr. Beverly Hofstadter at 57, delivering a portrayal that blended razor-sharp intellect with icy emotional detachment. As Leonard's brilliant but profoundly unsentimental mother, Beverly became one of the Big Bang Theory's most unforgettable recurring characters. Christine's performance was a masterclass in comic precision. Every line delivered with clinical clarity, every interaction laced with biting humor that both stung and delighted. Whether offering unsolicited psychoanalysis or dissecting her son's emotional insecurities in front of his friends, Beverly's appearances consistently stole the scene, adding an extra layer of complexity to Leonard's character and providing some of the series' most memorable exchanges. Christine came to The Big Bang Theory as an acclaimed actress with an impressive resume that included 2 Tony Awards, an Emmy for Sybil, and an iconic role in The Good Wife. After Big Bang, she continued to prove that her range as a performer is boundless. At 72, Christine remains a commanding presence on both screen and stage. She reprised her role as Diane Lockhart in The Good Fight, a spin-off that allowed her to explore even deeper emotional and political terrain, earning further critical acclaim. The series tackled timely and often controversial subjects, with Christine at the center as a character navigating moral complexity and personal loss with grace and grit. Brian Posen as Bert Kibler. Brian Posen's Bert Kibler offered fans a different kind of lovable awkwardness, with his deadpan humor and geologist's heart of gold. Brian joined at 46 and made Bert a memorable part of the Big Bang universe. Today, Brian continues to leave his mark in comedy, focusing on stand-up and writing for animated series. At 58, he remains true to his offbeat comedic style, delighting audiences who appreciate his unique voice. Wil Wheaton as Wil Wheaton. Wil Wheaton's self-parody as Sheldon's nemesis was one of Big Bang's most meta delights. Cast at 37, Wil's appearances poked fun at fandom while celebrating it. Since then, Wil has continued to lend his voice to animated series and video games, all while advocating passionately for mental health awareness. Now 52, he uses his platform to inspire and support others, remaining a beloved figure in geek culture and beyond. Laura Spencer as Emily Sweeney. Laura Spencer joined Big Bang at 28 as Emily Sweeney, Raj's bold, tattooed girlfriend, who brought a fresh dynamic to his romantic escapades. Laura gave Emily layers that challenged and charmed in equal measure. These days, at 38, Laura continues to act while also writing and directing indie films, carving out a space where she can tell the stories that matter most to her. John Ross Bowie as Barry Kripke. John Ross Bowie's Barry Kripke was the perfect comic foil to Sheldon, with his nasal voice and relentless ribbing. John joined at 37 and made Kripke one of the show's most entertaining adversaries. Now 53, John keeps busy as both actor and writer, working in TV comedies that allow him to bring his sharp wit to new audiences. Kate Micucci as Lucy. Kate Micucci played Lucy, Raj's shy and socially anxious love interest, with tenderness and humor. At 33, she made Lucy an endearing part of Raj's journey toward connection. Today, at 44, Kate's talents shine brighter than ever as she balances her work as a musician, comedian, and voice actor, delighting audiences across mediums with her unique blend of charm and creativity. Every actor from The Big Bang Theory has walked a remarkable path, growing, evolving, and surprising us all along the way. Which of these transformations did you find most unexpected? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this look behind the scenes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of your favorite stars.